The 1970s unfolded with a mix of highs and lows, creating a distinct era filled with stereotypical trends that define the decade's aesthetics. However, it's the often overlooked details that truly set this period apart. Products, experiences, and the people themselves are the elements that shape our memories of that time. Let's take a moment to revisit some of the most intriguing events from the 1970s, those that might have slipped from our collective recollection. The day Walt Disney World welcomed its first visitors was October 1st, 1971, marking the inauguration of the world's largest theme park. With an estimated construction cost of $400 million, it surpassed the iconic Disneyland. Proving that theme parks could be havens for relaxation, Disney embarked on a journey of continual expansion. New theme parks emerged around the Magic Kingdom, accompanied by resorts, golf courses, and shops, all designed to maintain the enchanting atmosphere of the Disney experience. Explore your past and rediscover the magic within the Disney bubble. In the 1970s, carpets were characterized by their long and shaggy fibers. This quality presented a challenge as small toys and other items could easily get lost in the shag. To address this, a shag carpet rake became a common tool for clearing objects from the rug before vacuuming. It served the dual purpose of preventing you from inadvertently stepping on misplaced items hidden in the carpet. Additionally, the plastic rake was handy for styling the long fibers, concealing footprints, and giving the carpet a neat appearance. This practice, though somewhat vintage, has endured and can still be found for purchase today. The 1970 Chevrolet Vega, introduced as General Motors' entry into the subcompact car market, featured a stylish design and innovative aluminum block engine aimed at addressing the growing demand for fuel-efficient vehicles. Despite initial popularity, durability and rust issues affected its long-term reputation, but the Vega remains a noteworthy piece of automotive history from that era. On November 8, 1972, at 2:25, the inaugural subscription-based cable channel was born, Home Box Office, or HBO. Breaking new ground, HBO offered commercial-free and uncut movies for the first time, as the name implied. The channel's first broadcast to its initial 365 subscribers was a hockey game between the New York Rangers and the Vancouver Canucks. Following the game, the very first movie aired, Sometimes a Great Notion, starring Paul Newman and Henry Fonda. In 1972, the cost for an HBO subscription was $6. In June of 1974, a milestone occurred when a pack of Wrigley's Juicy Fruit bubblegum became the first product to undergo scanning using a barcode known as the Universal Product Code, UPC. This significant event took place at a supermarket in Troy, Ohio, marking the introduction of UPC codes into practical use. Ever since, UPC codes have emerged as the primary method for cashiers to expedite the checkout process. This innovation not only transformed the way stores cataloged and monitored merchandise, but also substantially hastened checkout times for customers. However, widespread adoption of UPC scanners didn't occur until the 1980s. Following the success of the initial implementation in 1975, Following the success of the summer blockbuster Jaws, it became inevitable that a sequel was in the works. Jaws 2 Inches brought back most of the original cast and adhered to the established formula of its predecessor. However, director Steven Spielberg chose not to revisit the famous tagline. The sequel's standout advertising campaign, featuring the memorable "Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water," proved to be the best promotional approach a sequel could have. Despite the revelation of the shark's mystery at the end of the first movie, Jaws 2 Inches lacked the same fear factor that made the original so impactful. Nevertheless, it performed well at the box office and proved to be a lucrative venture in merchandising. Did you ever own a set of the Jaws 2 Inches trading cards in 1975 at the Country Music? During the Country Music Awards, a controversy shook the world of country music. Charlie Rich, the previous year's Entertainer of the Year, served as the presenter. Upon discovering the winner of the Entertainer of the Year for 1975, Charlie Rich took out his lighter and set the announcement envelope on fire. The recipient of the award was John Denver. Rich, concerned about the growing influence of pop and country music, chose to make a statement before revealing the winner. The camera then shifted to John Denver, who accepted the award via satellite, completely unaware of the unfolding incident. In December of 1975, the United States enacted legislation aiming to transition the country to the metric system. President Ford signed it into law just before Christmas. While the rest of the world employed millimeters and grams for various measurements, Congress believed it was sensible for the U.S. to adopt the metric system as well. The only obstacle was the use of the term voluntary in the legislation, preventing widespread acceptance. Consequently, the metric system never fully gained popularity, although certain technical fields related to science, technology, and medicine have implemented it, recognizing its utility in a more global context. In April of 1977, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak introduced a groundbreaking contribution to computer history with the release of the Apple II. This computer marked a significant advancement as the first to be entirely enclosed in plastic, simplifying usability through direct plug-and-play functionality. It also stood out as the pioneer in incorporating both color and sound, drawing from Wozniak's experience in Atari game development. Additionally, the Apple II introduced the term spreadsheet into our software lexicon. Despite adding numerous innovative features to the realm of computing, initial sales were modest. However, this marked the beginning of Apple's journey and set the stage for the remarkable accomplishments they would achieve in subsequent years. In the 1980s, spurred by the success of Pong in the United States, Space Invaders made its debut in 1978. This arcade-style game found its way into bowling alleys, skating rinks, and arcades, captivating players as they tried to prevent descending aliens from invading Earth. The allure of securing a spot on the leaderboard became an obsession for players. The game's thrilling nature contributed to its widespread popularity, leading to numerous imitations in the arcade game market. Ultimately, Space Invaders played a pivotal role in expanding the video game industry, and it all began in the late 1970s. In the 1970s, a heightened focus on fitness and maintaining a healthy lifestyle became a prevailing trend. During this decade, the popularity of in-home workout equipment soared. Beyond just stationary bikes, people began investing in innovations like Glom-Matics hydraulic rowers and free weights. Long metal springs were frequently employed to provide resistance in smaller, handheld exercise devices. Many of these fitness tools gained widespread recognition through television advertisements and celebrity endorsements. This surge in interest paved the way for jazzercise classes, and subsequently, home video workout franchises led by renowned figures like Jane Fonda, Raquel Welch, and Suzanne Summers, dominating the fitness landscape throughout the 1980s. Donny Osmond, a teen idol in the 1970s, was known for his memorable performances, especially his distinctive purple socks. The mystery surrounding why he always wore them was quite simple. His mother assigned colors to all her many children for easier identification. Purple happened to be Donnie's designated color, and he wore the socks during his performances. Teenage girls caught on, adopting the trend and wearing purple to all his shows. As he fulfilled his acts, he would see nothing but a sea of violet. If you like this video, watch other videos from this series while you're doing this. Click subscribe and share the American Almanac with someone. Thank you very much for viewing.